Administration's top envoy to Iran now put assassination back on the table, claiming the U.S. will take out, that is Ismail Ghani. He's the successor here to slain Iranian military leader Qasem Soleimani, saying if any more Americans are killed in the conflict between those two countries, they will react. A stern warning from Tehran here after Iranian lawmakers announcing here a $3 million reward for anyone that would assassinate President Donald Trump.
All right, joining us now to discuss is Adam Kredo. He's a senior writer on national security and diplomacy for the Washington Free Beacon. That's a pretty heavy claim there. Adam, you recently wrote a piece in the Free Beacon. What have your sources told you, and should we be worried about the Islamic Republic conducting a potential domestic attack?
Well, look, it's certainly very concerning. According to the congressional sources and also regional experts that I spoke to, we have about three worries to focus on here when it comes to Iran in the U.S. and a possible domestic attack. We have the Quds Force, an offshoot of the IRGC that specializes in unconventional warfare. Now, they seem to have ties into the U.S. and sympathizers. So this, compounded with lone wolves sympathetic to Iran, and of course Hezbollah proxies that have operated with pretty much impunity along the U.S. southern border for decades now. Hezbollah has a large operation in Latin America. All of this is kind of combined together now to cause quite a bit of concern, and I think it's particularly important to note because this hasn't happened recently. This has been over the past several decades and kind of has flown under the radar in a lot of ways. So now a lot of people are kind of pivoting back in light of our escalating tensions with Tehran.
I'm glad you said that, because it seems to be when you watch this play out on the mainstream media, you see, oh, sleeper cells, you see that whole headline. But this has been, since Soleimani has been killed, but this has been an ongoing thing. You touched on the fact of these being lone wolves, sleeper cells. Is this more of an organized effort? Is it a group in our country here, or is it just lone wolves, as you were saying? Do we know? What do we know there?
Yeah, I think it's more organized, certainly, than we might like to believe. And the reason I say that is we can look at some of the recent arrests. We had arrests in California and Michigan, I believe, and these were organized Iranian spies. These were not random people. They were conducting surveillance on potential sites, and also opposition groups, that is, Iranian dissidents who are anti-regime and more pro-Western. They were conducting surveillance and were arrested by U.S. authorities while doing that. So I think that gives you a taste and a little bit of a window into Iran's capabilities. Yes, lone wolves and sympathizers are always a concern, but it's certainly more organized than just that. And these recent spy arrests and some of the other ones over the years, we've had Iranians arrested for exporting carbon fiber. Those are banned nuclear materials, trying to export them back to Iran in the U.S. So we've seen quite a few different cases across the spectrum that really builds quite a concern about what Tehran's capabilities in the U.S. are. What could they do? And according to the people that I talked to, not just Democrats and Republicans in Congress, and mind you, it's both that are warning about this, but also regional experts who have followed this for some time. They think that the capability is actually stronger than maybe some of the other terror groups we've seen operating.
Oh, that's certainly something to watch. Adam Kredo, senior writer on national security and diplomacy for the Washington Free Beacon. Thank you very much.